Man, that smells good. Oh, welcome to my kitchen. It's nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. And today, I'm going to be showing you how to make eggnog. Yeah, because who doesn't want to know how to make simple eggnog? That whipped cream is good on top. Let's get started. So what I'm going to be using to make this today is some ground nutmeg, some salt, some ginger, some vanilla extract, some sugar, some ground cloves, cinnamon, of course, some whipped heavy cream. Now you can get this in just the regular things, but this is all I could find. And yes, there's another ingredient that's not on the table. You can get you some whiskey, rum, and bourbon. But if you're making this for your family and stuff, you can always add that later, you know, if they want it. So this is going to be a video of making it without it, but I'll show you exactly when you would want to add it. So I'm going to need to separate egg yellows from egg white, is what I call it. So I crack my egg usually. There's a couple ways you can do it. Sometimes you can use the eggshell. And we want to get all the yolk out of this and the white out of your shells because we're going to be using the white later on in the video. So now you can take your hand and just scoop them out, or you can use a spoon, let it drain. Whoops, I dropped a. Come here, little egg. So after you get your 6 yolks, you can go ahead and mix them up. Make sure you get all the egg white out you can. Sometimes you have a little left over, and that can't be helped. Now we're going to take a ½ cup of sugar, but we're going to add it a little at a time until we get the desired thickness we want. Usually it takes a ½ cup of sugar with 6 eggs. You can add it all at once too, it just makes it harder to mix. And if you mix it too thick, you can always add another egg yolk. Looks extremely good now. It's ready to go. We're going to set this to the side. Now you want to do this with the stove off till you get all your ingredients together. So we got 2 cups of whole milk. We're going to go ahead and add it straight into a cooking pot. It's also a teddy bear pot in case you didn't know. So we got our milk in there. Now the heavy cream I'm using is the kind that fluffs up when you pour it out of the cup. It's the only kind I could find. So what you do is stir it up till you get a cup full, and then you can add it. We gotta make do with what we got, and that's all I could find. I normally use the regular heavy cream. You just pour in and whip yourself. If you can find that, just go ahead and use that instead. But this, we make do with it. So now we're going to take and add a 1/4 thing of cinnamon. Quarter thing of cloves. Then we're going to add 1/4 nutmeg. Ta-da! So I'm going to turn the stove on simmer and mix while it comes to pretty much a simmer. And a simmer is just when you start seeing the water move. Just starting to bubble underneath. So now that this has come to a simmer, we're going to take and add it to eggs here that we mixed up earlier, a little at a time while we're whisking, which is going to be hard to do without an actual scooper spoon. And what this does as we're whisking this, and hard to do it on the stove, guys. Whoops. Very hard to do it on the stove when you ain't holding this, is we don't want to turn this to scrambled eggs. We want to heat this up evenly. And we don't want to cook it. So by doing this, it don't shock the eggs into like baking itself. So add a little bit more. And you keep adding the mixture till it's all gone. Now once that is pretty well done, we're going to pour it back into a mixture here. And we're going to turn this and stir it up on kind of a simmer too. Maybe a little bit hotter than a simmer, but we want to constantly keep stirring this till it thickens up. The trick to this is don't basically cook it, because it will cook. If you overheat it and it starts boiling up, if you don't catch it in time, it will destroy the whole recipe. So you don't want that. We just want to keep stirring it till it thickens up. You can see it's starting to thicken up on the video right now. Now you can see we're actually starting to boil. That means we got a temperature way too high. So we're going to turn this off. I got it to the thickness I want. I turned my heat up a little bit to speed things up. But it's pretty thick. It kind of like a milkshake, I would say, texture to it. But we don't want to overcook this. So what we're going to do, stir it a little bit longer with the stove cooling down. Now we got it off. And I'm going to set this to the side, and we're going to add vanilla extract. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. And now if you was wanting to add your special ingredient, you know, I mentioned earlier, your more bourbon, you can do that now. This might not be what you're thinking it is, you know, but this is for me. So 1/4 cup of the special ingredient if you want to use it. You don't have to. And by the way, it's a coconut rum I just added to this. It gives it an odd flavor, but a delicious flavor if you use coconut rum. A lot of people use cinnamon, but try it with coconut. You won't be disappointed. If you got kids or anything like that, and it's not for you personally, you're making enough for the whole family, you can always add the bourbon, the whiskey, or whatever you like when you serve it. Just in case that person don't like alcohol, or, you know, can't have alcohol. So now we're going to pour this into a container, and we're going to set it in the refrigerator and let it chill while we fix our egg whites. So let's go to our egg whites, and you want to whisk it till it gets, you know, fluffy. That's the way I can explain it, and it's going to be hard to do in this little bowl here. Let me find a bigger bowl first. So we're going to whisk it around till this gets fluffy. Then we're going to add some sugar to it. So now I'm going to add sugar. 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon of sugar should do this. So I'm going to stir this till we get a nice peak off this. You can see it's just running off. It needs to get thicker. And if you're having trouble get thicker, you can always add more sugar, but this does take a little bit of time. We're doing it by hand, so don't rush it. So this has been in the refrigerator about 2 hours. It still ain't fully cooled off, but it's pretty well cool. When we add a egg white fluff to it that we just made, you seen us do that too. We're going to mix it in together. You do not have to do this or add this, but I always do. My egg white is not fluffed super good because I didn't aerate the whites before I added my sugar extremely good, but it's fine. It's all going to be mixed together anyway. Let's just go ahead. And I ended up using about 1 cup of sugar mixed into this. So now we're going to stir this all together. And the more sugar you add, the thicker this mix is going to be with the white egg yolk. So we're going to mix this together. And it mixes extremely good, as you can see here. Once you get this stirred up and mixed pretty good, then you can store it in your refrigerator for about 6 hours before you serve it. I like to put it in a mason jar personally, but you can leave it in this and then, you know, scoop some out for each cup that you sub to somebody. But after it sets, before you serve it, be sure to stir it up, which you will see here at the end of the video. So it's the next day. Eggnog is now officially done. It's been in the refrigerator, getting cold. And I got the teddy bear glass to put it in. Now, you see this? It's separated. That's completely normal if it does it in the refrigerator, especially if you mix your egg whites. Before you serve it up, you want to stir it up or shake it up extremely good. I would shake it up on camera here, just like this, but this is aluminum foil, just in case you didn't know, and it'll make a mess. So I'm going to do it off camera, put it in the teddy bear glass, and then we'll try it out. Because I make enough messes, so I think I need to get eggnog everywhere. And just like that, we got a teddy bear glass for eggnog. And it smells like eggnog. Now you can use the special ingredient, like I said, or you can leave it out. That's personal preference. Up to you. Let's see how it tastes. It tastes extremely good, extremely cinnamony, and I'm dripping on the floor. I just said I wasn't going to make a mess with eggnog. Here I am with a milk mustache or eggnog stash or whatever you would call it. On a side note, do you see this paper towel holder? 3D printed, guys. I 3D printed that. Thingiverse got a file on paper towel holders. You can check those out. And the, you know, a 3D printer got plenty of uses. Paper towel holder for one. That's much better now. So it's very cinnamony. It's got that that Christmas holiday cinnamon type flavor you would expect. It's got a good texture to it. There's that mustache issue again. We got it. So, other than that, it's great. If you ain't tried this quick and easy eggnog recipe, try it out. As I said before, you can leave the special ingredient out of it. It's good either way. I prefer putting the coconut special ingredient in mine, but it just depends on you. I got a buddy down the road makes it the same way. And they put cinnamon in those. Lots of cinnamon for the special ingredient, you know. But it's got cinnamon already in it. It's just that extra kick that makes eggnog what eggnog is known for. So, hope you enjoy this. Let me know in the comment section if you prefer your eggnog with or without the special ingredient. Let me know, do you make yours a little bit different? There are many ways you can make eggnog. It's just a simple, quick, and easy one. Don't forget, if you're new, get subscribed. Plenty of content on my channel. Check it out. Probably something you enjoy. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you again for watching me in another video. I appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one.